One of the questions we get asked the most often is how to get the best results from our exercise. And that's an easy question, but it's hard to do. So we wanted to take 4 steps and put them in order for you to get the best results, no matter whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or you've been doing this a long time. If you're not putting these 4 steps into your focus before you start to exercise, you're not going to get the best results. So when people ask me, what should they do to get the best results from their exercise? My first thing is always to talk about scheduling. And what I start with before I even start with that is their motivation. So I ask them what's their driving force to get to the gym every day. And they need to use that driving force to pick days and times of the week that they're going to come exercise every single week. And they got to rely on that driving force. So whether it's losing weight or it's getting more healthy, they need that driving force to get to their calendar, to get their schedule, and plan those days to exercise every single week. So on Sundays or Mondays, whatever day it is the week you choose, pick a day that you're going to plan out when you're getting your exercise in and what time, and be very detailed about it. Because if you're not, something else will take its place and you'll never even get started. So your best results start with you walking through the front door. So make sure you schedule out time to walk in the front door. So the second part of this is a variety of exercises. So obviously my job is to help people pick exercises when they come to the gym, but I encourage people to come to the gym even when they're not with us. So what should they do while they're there? Well, do as much variety or as many different things as you can. And so when I say that, I don't mean spend all day at the gym, but I mean try new stuff while you're there. What if I don't do it right? It doesn't matter. Over the long goal, the most important thing is that you have a variety of different exercises to choose from. It's going to keep you from overtraining, and it's going to keep you from burning out and keep this exciting. So go there, try different stuff, come back. Ask, in this case, they ask the trainer, hey, what do you think of this exercise? This is how you're going to see your best results. You have to be kind of experimenting, trying new things. Obviously, you want to rely on, hopefully, your trainer to encourage you to go in the right direction, but still, there's no way to run this lifestyle, these results that you would like, without making some mistakes along the way. And it's better that you make them early on than as you get better and start working harder, make a more complicated or more serious mistake. So definitely when you get started, for beginners, a wide variety of exercises. I'm sure you're not going to do it right. I promise that's something you're going to work on for a very long time. Just do it and get as many different exercises that you can get comfortable with, and you're going to get the best results that you possibly can. The third piece of this is when you go to the gym, what exercises should I choose? In our second part, I said use a variety, but in this part, I would like to discuss the fact that there's so much on the internet of this exercise does that and this exercise does this. One of the things we heard for years and years is that cardiovascular helped you burn fat and strength training helped you gain muscle and gave you your shape. And they kind of split it into these two things that it's really not. You need cardiovascular because you need to take care of your heart and your circulatory system. You need weight training because you need to take care of your muscular system and your hormonal, your bone system, all that. But at the end of the day, for most of us who just really want to look good in our clothes and be the healthiest possible, you need both. So when you're coming up with an idea or you're starting with a good program, just keep it simple and do 2 days of cardiovascular work. It doesn't matter what you do. It could be the bike, the elliptical, the stair mill. Not one is better. It just matters that you get your heart rate up. So try to get your heart rate up to somewhere between 115 and 135 beats and hold it there for 30 minutes. On the weight training side, try to pick 6 or 7 exercises, do a couple of sets of each one, and call it a day. If you start off with that program, I promise you're on a really good, healthy program. And how much of it you do or what you choose really isn't going to matter. Because in the big picture, you're going to be doing this a long time, and you're going to do lots of different things to really push you in one goal or the other. So when you're just getting started, you got to make it in the door and then start picking exercises that are going to help you stay coming in the door. Not worried about how many calories am I burning, did I take my steps today? None of that stuff matters if you don't get through the door. So once you get through the door, get a variety. Don't get wrapped up in what's on the internet or what the guy at the gym said is the best exercise. Just try lots of stuff and keep it simple. 2 days of weight training, 2 days of cardio. It's a great way to start, and then you can move forward into our fourth and final step. The fourth point is going to tie all these other ones together, and the fourth point is just to sit back and enjoy the ride. You're going to be here a long time. If you really want to get the best body, the best health, then you're going to be here doing this for a lifetime. So in some of our other videos, we constantly harp on lifestyle, and it's because you never get to stop doing this. There is never this point where you've reached the Mecca and now you just sit and coast. Whatever point you take your body to, that level of work has to stay there for you to maintain that place. So if you decide to be an elite marathoner, you're going to be training like an elite marathoner for the rest of your life, or you're not going to be an elite marathoner anymore. And it comes the same way with, all the rest of the physical attributes. If you want great arms or great legs, you're going to have to continue training like that for a lifetime. It never really gets a lot easier. So sit back and enjoy the ride. It takes a minute. And when I talked about earlier, just keep it simple and start with exercise, get lots of variety. This is the reason why. Over a lifetime of different exercises, it's going to really help blossom out your best health, your best body. That variety is going to really bring stuff. It's also going to bring a lot of joy to the exercise. So the stuff that you think you're going to like and is really motivational now, I promise in 5 years will be completely different. And in 10 years, you won't even be on the same trail anymore. It's funny how as you get older, your exercise and why you do it changes completely, and not for the worst. I just had a discussion about losing some of the benefits you've had as you get older. Definitely after you get 50, you're not getting the same results that a 25-year-old did. And so if you're like me and you've been exercising all that time, you can feel those results slipping away even though you're working just as hard as you ever did. But that's part of the you have to enjoy. So as you go through this, it goes up, it goes down, and your whole goal should be how to hang on to this ride. It's a great ride, it's really fun, but it's tough to hold on to. So keep it simple. Don't get too wrapped up in what's the fad of the month. Just enjoy the ride. So to get the best results that you possibly can, start with number 1, scheduling. Number 2, use a lot of variety exercises. Number 3, don't get wrapped up in what exercises you're doing or who says what's the best. And number 4, sit back and enjoy the ride. If you can follow these 4 steps, I promise you're going to be successful. And the biggest thing is get in that door and get started, and don't worry about what anyone else is doing. You're going to get there. You're going to try whatever there is doing over a lifetime of this exercise. And the goal needs to be build a lifestyle. If you build a lifestyle, you have a very good chance of not only being successful, but holding on to the results that you got in your work. And that's the most important thing, is that you can get these results and hold on to them. So if we can help you with anything in your exercise or your lifestyle, reach out to us at fitlifetraininglaplata @gmail.com, or you can comment in the section below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.